There's a club and we ain't in it.
Hi.
Hey. So, all right. So, I'm gonna give you like high level, right? Of the, I guess, the pain points. After the meeting yesterday, there was, as I understand it, tank training. And
Tank training.
Wait, they never told you?
No. When was that?
Oh my lord. Okay, that just pisses me off then. So the day after we met with those crews, I wake up the next day and I'm not even gonna put the names on blast because like I'm kind of beyond that at this point, but there was officers who were pretty much crying like little fucking baby bitch ass fucking clowns. That said meeting even transpired with phraseology like scuffed United Nations with a bunch of people that just don't want to go to jail. Mind you, that I mean, I know that you hadn't even had an opportunity to tell anybody about anything, but I was already kind of pissed that people are looking at you're talking to people instead of violence as like, why are we talking to them? And my general reaction,
complaining?
I don't want to, like, it was like last week, so I don't want to make it a bigger deal than it needs to, right? Like, what's gonna happen now, right? They're just gonna deny it and shit anyways. So I was already kind of hot on that, right? Is like, no one wants to give anyone a fucking chance, right? Whatever. So then tsunami happens. And Daisy, there was tanks on the road. And cops were being taught how to drive those tanks. Now, mind you, that it was hours later that I found out it was training through somebody else. I was getting phone call after phone call from everybody. Business owners, people that are just straight civilians, people that manage the food court, people that run mechanic shops, asking, Nino, what the fuck is going on, right? Not a single state announcement as to what it is. No heads up. Apparently you weren't even told about it, which is even more concerning because, you know, like I would have assumed you would have at least gotten like a, hey, by the way, we're doing this. But for the next like 3 hours, there's tanks rolling through the city. And
yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah, now I'm sure that the fucking brain rot that is, you know, the heads of this shit will make up every excuse under the sun, right? We need this because we're training people because. But when you don't tell the public that you're bringing out tanks a day after an attempt to de-escalate, what the fuck is your actual intent? It's nothing but nasty and devious. And the Twata was like in an uproar. And not once was there like even an explanation for it. It was a show of force but from the perspective of the average common person, not as any sort of sign of safety, but like a sign of fear and a sign of a show of force to everybody. So it was, man, that's crazy. I've got photos. Oh yeah, by the way, they shot at the hospital.
What? You mean
Yeah.
shot at the hospital?
This fucking some cop named Quangle, you know, one of the troublemakers.
Yeah, he's DCSO.
Yeah, he's well, he's a hang-around for, you know, as well. He apparently like he shot by accident at the emergency door, and even the doctors inside that were actively operating weren't even told what had transpired, as there was char and molten and just fire all over the place. It was, yeah. So that happened. I'll be rather straight with you, Daisy. After that incident, I think I'm pretty cooked on thinking that there's ever going to be resolution, because as much as I think that there's a lot of good people in law enforcement that are trying to make sense of the world, right, and try to the understanding of the badge is like serve and protect. I think the whole shit is cooked at this point, and that's just kind of my honest opinion, and I'm not the only one. And quite frankly, the day and the 2 days following that, as I tried to paint perspective, it's like those that I had spoken to on the matter, they just didn't remember anything. You know what I mean? It's like everyone got fucking ocean dumped, right? And it's even worse. You know about like Michael's situation?
Michael, who you're the person who
Rizal?
works for you? Yeah.
Yeah.
What about him? I need to talk to him, by the way. I need to follow up about that incident with him. I just haven't had a chance.
Yo.
So, even his situation is being treated like this guy's a fucking criminal. And so,
Wait, what's like the situation where you got shot?
Yeah.
Or what do you mean?
I don't think it's going to be looked at with any level of seriousness.
What? I mean, I looked
Not by you, the marshals. Sorry.
So I spoke to Hayes about that, and I spoke to Daisy about it, because they were the two that were in the car. So it was Daisy, the marshal, who, spoke to him poorly at the hospital. There were parts of that situation that, like, I wish that they had taken extra steps. Like, they shot at him, right? I wish that they had asked him, do you need medical? Due diligence, right? The way that it was explained to me, there was an active shootout happening, right? There was a suspect in a black car that matched Michael's car. So they're actively
I feel like I'm
being
missing
shot out
something
from
else
front,
that happened
from
over the
in
week.
front of them.
Yo, Scrum, thank you for the 52 months, man.
Hayes is out of the car. Daisy is in the car because she's a marshal. And when marshals do ride-alongs, they stay in the car. A black car matching the description of a car that's been
that was
shooting
the
at
big
them,
one. I
pulls up
couldn't
behind
remember
them.
why
Daisy calls
Nino
it out to
is where he
Hayes.
is in his mindset.
Hayes, I think, reacts faster than probably she should have, but given the fact that, like, they're literally being shot at in that moment, she turns around.
Absolutely understandable.
He is approaching them. She opens fire. Fortunately, he wasn't injured more than what he was, and he just leaves. Like, before she even gets a chance to
Daisy,
stop.
I can tell you this, that he was instructed to get the fuck out. Now, I know this is like a, Michael is not gonna lie to me about something like this. This guy is the furthest thing from a civilian, or the furthest thing from a civilian, furthest thing from anything but a civilian. His entire purpose in the city is like to do good by people, write legislation, and he's been one of the most supporters of the PD. This guy told me that he was yelled at to get the fuck out of there, right?
Yeah. So that is where I think
he came to get their name.
They should have stopped and gotten him medical, right? Like, they shouldn't have instructed him to leave. They should have gotten him medical.
It's not even that though. It's what happened there is, I
is part
don't
of
think
it, but
anyone
then
is
at
in the wrong in that
at the
particular case.
hospital, that the way that Daisy
Yes.
spoke to him, and I need to talk to Angel about that. I just literally haven't seen her. We
No,
have
yeah,
not been on duty at the same
no.
time.
Angel comes around to do dumb shit. That's where it comes down, and that's where it went sideways. Bailey stepped down.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Yeah, and so at this sort of stage with everything, here's how I fundamentally see it: is Bones and you are just, you know, she has full authority over this entire city. From even just the way that Michael's situation is being handled, not by the police department, but by the marshals. The way things this is, I'm at the stage now until there is even some semblance of like a balance of power. It doesn't matter what I do. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what Bones do. It doesn't matter how people vote. Shit's fucking cooked. And you know, I'm out of it's not even I'm out of energy. There are no options, right? Is that, and this can sound dramatic, right? But when I witness fucking people that for the longest time, these Southsiders, right? The perspective that these guys just want to fucking kill everybody, right? And sell their drugs, you know, are willing to parlay, and that the reaction by the marshals is, let's bring out the fucking tanks. They didn't even consult anybody about that, right? Like, what's going on? No, they came it out as a fucking show of force days later against who? You get what I'm saying? Like, we could solve the fucking world's problems, right? And then they can come in and do some like brain dead shit. And so, you know, and this is on top of all the other baggage, right? Like the fucking bullshit with the fine slider, right? How dare like somebody come in, try to cast blame on me and Andy, tell me, say that we're the ones in charge of something, I move it, and then you're ordering me something else. That's one fucking corrupt piece of shit. She can tell you whatever she wants, right? I will stand here and I will fucking put my life on it. Is she put all that shit on me and Andy, told us we're in charge of it, told me that she's gonna back up that choice if I fucking move that thing, and then the next minute she's getting a phone call from a deputy claiming she's in his chain of command and forces the mayor to move it. This is like Coop Holiday, except Coop knew what the fuck he was doing. You probably don't know Coop. So it's kind of like it's all pointless. It really is. Doesn't matter if it's legislation, doesn't matter if it's policing, doesn't matter. It's Daisy, I had to listen to 4 to 5 people tell me that day the tanks rolled out. Like, I mean, people that have been around for ages. Civilians, people that have their head on their shoulder in the South, that they don't know what is left for them. So, you know, I you know, it puts me in a very shitty position, right? It really does. So, anyways, yeah, it's been pretty wild. I just wanted to fill you in on where my head's at with things, and you know, I'm fucking over it, to be honest.
Yeah. I think I don't know.
Phil, yeah, listen, okay, I misspoke.
I
forgot where this energy existed.
So I have I let go of a non-solo cadet a couple weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago. And
Non-solo cadet.
it was under, you know, the pretense that I'd like to see him reapply in 30 days. I'd like to see him do
Oh no, she's
some
gonna say
growing
BCSO
and, you know,
signed her up.
reflect on his actions. And if we talk
Excuse
and,
me.
you know, after the 30 days and both parties agree, then I'd rehire him. But, oh, Peters is around. Come to the resort.
I think Nino and Andy would have a good convo.
Bye-bye. But
Yeah, but Andy's been
I
ignoring
ran
Nino.
into him like a week ago, and he did exactly what I asked. You know, he reflected. One thing I said to him was, think about how your actions affect other people. And that's exactly what he did. And I said, are you going to reapply? And he said, well, you know, I know that there's a group of deputies that didn't feel comfortable
We can try though.
with me being on the force, and said they weren't going to respond to calls if I was on the call, and I don't want to risk other people's lives if, you know, I'm hired back and they still feel that way, and that, you know, it's pretty heartbreaking. So I said I'll talk to him, right? Because going into something when somebody holds a grudge against you or has preconceived notions of who you are, how you're going to act, I think you're always kind of, you just immediately have one hand tied behind your back. And I bring this up because I think that's what happened with Peters, is people refused to let go of the shit that he did before he became assistant chief.
True.
And ignore anything good that he did as assistant chief. And, you know, even though I only knew a handful of people when I was in the skeleton crew, I think that, you know, people also didn't want to give me a chance either.
No.
And it's what I've learned is it's very hard to run a police department when people are actively kind of going against
sabotaging.
You.
Yes.
You know?
That's the best way to put it. And what you and Peters had to deal with has been fucking horseshit. By just because, listen, it's a fucking toxic environment that the members of the police department created for themselves. There's
I think there are a lot of good people that do see, you know.
Well, they can't speak up though, right?
No, there have been. I mean,
yeah.
Maxwell, I think is one. Den is one. You know, the King. A lot of people in Shift 1. I think that they've seen the positive changes. You know.
Hey, like,
I don't know.
Guys, don't talk about like weird fucking politics in chat. Go somewhere else for that. All the RP.
You know, I expected it to be a difficult job.
The fuck?
But I didn't expect it to be difficult in this way.
Look, I think you came in with really good intentions, and I think ultimately, you know, it is what it is, right? I think it's going to be very hard for me to change my disposition that when you have elements of those that are in power that are able to effectively control people's livelihood, freedom. And when I say freedom, I mean every area of freedom, right? Freedom of movement, freedom of this, freedom of that. When there is a hyper, and this is when there's a hyper selective enforcement of when people are looked into, right? Whether it's one of your offices or people out and about. You get what I mean by that? Like two people can do the same thing, but only one is fucking put under a microscope. That is the kind of corruption that I think people are absolutely sick of, because without any sort of semblance of a balance of power, you can't get rid of that, right? Like I was thinking about this just like the other night, is that ever since Pred, and I know Pred, you know, he had ties to like gangs and shit, but who the fuck doesn't? You know what I mean? Like, you know, there's like, you get what I'm saying? Like I'm not trying to, no offense to her, nothing like that. I'm just kind of drawing an example. You know, the current interim chief of police is dating a gang member, right? That doesn't make her less of a cop. But everybody's got those affiliations to some degree, whether it's like a brother or a sister or a partner or like a friend or just, you know, whatever it is. But for some reason, you know, one person can have the entire, you know, can have the entire force up their ass and the others can't. The moment that Pred left that department, accountability went out the fucking window. That's what I think. What's going on, Peters?
Good morning.
Peters, are you going to be around this weekend? Or are you going out of town?
No.
I thought you were going out of town.
No, not this weekend.
Oh.
Shit.
I thought you were going out of town. I made Sky interim chief because I thought we both weren't going to be here.
Whatever.
Well, I'm just going to delete this announcement.
Oh, no.
I am... Oh, the cop... No. I'm not going to... No. Fuck no. Hell no.
Yep. Where were you gonna go, Peters? What was your plan?
No, I don't have any... It's my dead mother's birthday today. Thanks for bringing it up.
Okay.
I said for the week, but...
Oh, no.
Yeah.
The 29th. I won't be around like the 20th and the 29th.
Oh, shit. All right. 20th and the 29th. Oh, so tomorrow and the week afterwards.
No, but no, huh? No,
You said
tomorrow's
20? Didn't you say 20th?
28th. 28th.
Oh, 28th. I thought you said 20th. Blind boy, thank you for the 34 months.
28th. I'll be...
You feeling better, by the way?
Yeah. Oh my God. I fucking... Yep. I've slept the last 3 nights. More than 7 hours.
Hell yeah. Did the blanket help?
Yep.
Is it fire? It's kind of weird at first.
No, it's not fire. It's ice.
It's ice? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just giving Daisy kind of a what's been going on over the last week and why I pretty much think everything's in the shitter at this point. Tilder, you know, we met with the Southside crews. As far as I'm concerned, I don't think there's been a more productive Southside meeting that I've ever been made aware of in the past 20 years. Okay, I might be exaggerating a little bit, but where it kind of left off was, look, we understand you can't blood out people. We'll reconvene. We're going to try to pull back on our end, right? We just want, you know, whatever. A lot was said.
I made the announcement about the shit talking and all of that. I haven't heard anything really since, to be honest.
Well,
which I think is good.
True. Just to cap it though, Peters, the problem is for me, the marshals brought in a bunch of cops to train with tanks the next day as kind of, in my opinion, as a big fuck you to everything that went down. And I don't really give a shit what is coming out of their mouth as to the where, what, where, when, why, but the entire city was fucking triggered, as far as I'm aware. Phone call after
tank shit?
Yeah, fucking call after fucking call. Yeah, of course. Yeah, no fucking announcement. What the fuck is it for?
Yeah, I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't know when and where we would ever need tanks in Los Santos.
Now, I between us, I wasn't gonna bring this up to anybody. I had a call with.
I could understand taking the tanks up to like Fort Zancudo or something if you want to do training.
Wait, they did it in the city?
They rolled through the city. They didn't like, well, they rolled them through this. They paraded them through the city, and then, but I don't know where the actual like shooting and shit was. But they shot at the hospital. It's one of it really comes down to this, right?
Okay, I just want to say accidentally. Yeah. They shot at the hospital accidentally. I don't. The
I
way you
mean,
make that sound, Nino.
Wait, hold on though.
you say that, right?
You told me it was accidental.
Well,
Okay,
it doesn't.
no. But you correct, right? I'm presuming it's accidental, but that is not how people are gonna see it when they didn't tell anybody, including doctors that are actively like conducting operations inside. And I know this because Ava was in there for like 8 hours straight. So.
How do you accidentally shoot a hospital?
Yeah, I think they tried to make a false flag, if I'm going to be
Okay.
honest.
You put a cadet in a tank?
Why are there cadets in tanks? That seems like
Why
negligence
why
of-
don't you and Daisy even know that it took place? But like, that's actually fucking incredible.
Well, Angel did reach out to me. She's like, "Hey, we need to schedule tank training," and I was like, "This sounds like a setup. Like you're trying to get me to bomb something to get me impeached."
Oh my God. I'd be so fucking surprised, to be honest. Yeah, so I where it's at with everything is, you know, you got Scuffed Coop Holiday running the show. So, you know, quite frankly, in my mind, it's a waste of time.
Oh, you know Coop?
Yeah. Do I know Coop? He's my fucking best friend.
Oh man, I haven't seen. Yeah, I knew Coop. He moved to Dallas a few years ago.
Yeah. You haven't seen him since, I assume.
No, not
Yeah.
since moving here.
Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of where things are. I'm glad. Hey, you're doing 68 degrees, 69 degrees?
Yeah, well, 65 is supposed to be the most regenerative sleep you can get.
See, I heard 67 to 72, so I put it at 70.
Yeah, I think I was reading. I have to look that back up again.
68, 69 is a little too low for me. I end up getting cold.
With that blanket, you know what I mean? If you had like a big proper blanket, it might change the game, but yeah.
True. Well, the proper one, I think it's actually hitting 80. I can't believe that shit fucking changed my life. Like, I think there's a lot of people that probably have the same problem, but they don't realize it, if that makes sense. Like, how hot it is actually getting under those covers.
It's funny, I didn't realize it until you brought it up, because I've gone through this issue before.
Yeah.
Where I just start sleeping really hot, but, you know.
Well, I never knew what the problem was. Like, I'd be good, and then I wake up, like, hot as fuck, and then I'd have to, like, change my AC around. I can never figure out what I feel like it's one of those things you never think of, because I feel like most people don't realize how hot those sheets are actually getting. You know what I mean? Like, in your mind, you might be thinking, like, oh, it's only, like, 3 degrees more, and not, like, a 10 to 15 degree difference.
I'm gonna think about something for a minute.
Yep.
Yeah, let me see here. So the Sleep Foundation says at 65 degrees. It may vary from person to person. Most doctors recommend keeping the thermostat between 65 and 68 degrees.
I'll give you a link right now. Give me a sec.
But then
The
there's
link
other
is-
studies here that say, 60 to 69, somewhere in there. I just know for me, like, I gotta have it like between like, I would say like 65 and 69 is kind of like the sweet spot for me.
Yeah, I actually bought my second one. Was I right about like it's a little undersized for like what they claim?
Oh yeah, 100%. It's like a couple in. It sucks because I got a California King, and it's like I got.
Oh, that's like the max. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, they might come out with a version 2. No. Yeah. It's so good. I don't know if there's anything even remotely like it. Oh, you want another pro tip?
Yeah, what's that?
Okay, give me a sec. Chat, here's the link to it if you're curious. It's now I bought this pillow. Now, okay, let me bring it to the next level here. Dude, I went fucking ham on this shit, mind you. So, oh my God, I never returned it. So, the purple pillow.
Okay, so pillows, I have a really, since I'm a stomach, I got
Yep.
really into this as well.
Oh,
I'm
you're a
stomach
stomach
sleeper.
one. Yeah,
So
then you don't want the purple.
I got it's a Tempur-Pedic pillow, but it's seriously only like
Yeah.
3 inches thick. It is so it's like not even having it, because if I don't, then I fuck up my back. I mean, it's bad enough I sleep on my stomach, but yeah, I got some yeah, sleep is a very what's it saying? Like, spend money on anything that separates you from the ground.
Yeah, from gravity.
Shoes,
Yeah.
chairs, fucking beds.
I'll tell you how deep I went is I bought the king medium and the king tall purple pillow in order to, because you can just return the shit to Amazon. You know what I mean? I ended up accidentally keeping both, but whatever. I gave one to.
Okay, so my bed. So I went through. My wife she likes the pillow top beds. I like a more firm mattress, but we ended up getting a fucking Stearns and Foster. Which is, it's like handmade, but they did a Kirkland collaboration, Costco. So we ended up getting that, and it was fucking not that expensive. Plus Costco, who has a better return policy than Costco?
Amazon.
No, Costco has the best. You could take shit back like fucking 10 years later.
What?
Yeah, anything you buy, like TVs, computers, if it goes bad, you could like seriously, you could take it back like 5 or 6 years later.
That's insane. I had no idea. So
they've updated their electronics policy, but like furniture and shit, yeah.
The
back whenever.
I also got this thing called it's called the Ice Cube pillow by Pillow Cube. Now, a lot of people like it's way up there recommended as like a normal pillow, which it's not. It's way too small. But holy fuck, if you ever need like something, like I like need something to like, I normally, I'm a side sleeper, right? So I normally want my hand like over the side of the bed or something like gripped. So this thing, it's icy, right? It stays cold somehow. Now, but if you use it as like a fucking body pillow, holy fucking shit. Whether it's you need something to grasp or you need something to put between your legs, let's say, this thing will change your fucking, like, it's cracked.
Wait, what is it? Is it big?
No, it's I bought it as a normal pillow. It's very small. It's like 2 head sizes like in length. But it makes for like the perfect body pillow. Not like a real body pillow, not that like long shit. It's like very small. It's the size of like an oversized teddy bear, kind of. But if you're grasping it, it literally cools your entire body throughout the night.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. It's
I might do that. I like to fucking hold on to something while I'm sleeping too.
Yeah. It's fucking good. It's good.
Okay, okay, Southside, what else have I missed? I haven't been around. I took 3 days off. I was just like, fuck it.
Yeah, that's that's kind of the big thing. So
have we moved forward with the fucking that SOP you were putting forth with BCSO?
I am. I thought this week would not be a good week to do it because so many people are out of town, and
that's
it would
the
just
perfect
kind
week.
of like it would just kind of.
That would be. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't think it like.
Well, you're going out of town, right, Moss?
I don't know. I was going to, but I don't know.
Do you really want to go somewhere where you're gonna get sick?
I mean, that is true.
Yeah.
I actually don't want to get sick, but I wanted to implement it on Monday or Tuesday whenever people are back.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. I just didn't think this week would be good because so many people are out, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it'd be hard to like actually, you'd have to like retrain everything. You'd have to start from square one. You know what I mean? You come back like if even half your force is gone, they come back, they're like, what the fuck is this? And now you don't have an opportunity to get in front of it. Yeah, it's been
I told Maxwell about it. I told her to keep her mouth shut though, because I didn't want this to be spread around, and people lose their shit if it starts, the rumor mill starts turning. But Maxwell, she explained to me that like there have been issues, recent issues with like BCSO. Like I guess Jimbo sent Jack off duty, but he didn't make a report or anything.
Oh my god!
Like they went back and forth. Is like, was it a joke? Was it not a joke? It's like unclear, especially because there's no report. And I think Maxwell was happy to hear like that kind of thing will stop with this implemented.
That's so annoying.
I mean, it could honestly though, it could be Jack stirring, because the same shit happened with Maxwell where he said that she sent him off duty, but she in fact did not send him off duty. He was going off duty and she said okay.
Oh.
And then he flipped it around. So it is hard to say whether or not Jimbo actually sent him off duty. It could be Jack just pulling this shit again.
Oh shit.
Who knows?
Yeah.
I do, like, obviously you're gonna freak out, but I do think it's gonna resolve a lot of, communication issues and chain of command and how we deal with situations. And like there was another incident where there was a huge scene at the airport, and I guess it was initially a MARSHAL scene, and then BCSO responded, and what they did is they just like took all the 95s and didn't actually collect evidence. So then LSPD had to go and collect evidence for it, and it would hold
I'm gonna
people,
wait for
I
the
think, more
response
accountable, and like BCSO is gonna actually have to like do their job and not just take the 95 and fuck off to Blaine County, because all scenes will be led by LSPD in Los Santos County.
Until you get impeached.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, what? I don't know.
I mean, we might as well have fun while we can. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna be honest, the whole thing's gonna fucking crumble soon. So, that's my prediction.
Are you still thinking about running again? Or...
I'm kind of on the cusp of like, is it worth my time versus, whatever? Because, at a certain, so transparently, I almost stepped down when Bailey did, to send a message. But there's conversations that I'm having with, higher powers. So,
yeah, I don't.
The governor's office, let's call it. So,
God damn, I don't. Yeah. Okay. I mean, who would even run?
Nobody. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know who's gonna fucking. I don't know who would. I don't know.
Osvaldo?
I don't think
Osvaldo
so,
hasn't been around.
Yeah. Part of me actually is contemplating actually pushing for the reunification program, but I don't know if that's. I even like. There's a lot of like. How do I put this? The best way I can describe it is from my point of view. Things have been so obstructionary, and there's been just so much overreach, and DOJ has just been completely dog shit. And this isn't just me, like, we're in a spot right now where like there's no judges left, and it's a self-inflicted circumstance.
I mean, all
And
we have is Weiss. That's the only judge that I see active.
yeah,
I think I don't fault Norman Adams because I knew
no.
he was going to be out of town. He communicated that he's, I think, dealing with personal things, but yeah, Weiss is the only one I see active.
Well, when 90% of the actions taken, there's been 2 months and an opportunity for attempting to create an environment where people can become judges, right, or magistrates or whatever. But 90% of the time was spent trying to take power, tell LSPD what to do, tell mayors what to do. Da, da, da. It's not a fucking shocker that we're where we are today, where everything's like a fucking disaster. So that's kind of how I chop it up. So I don't know in my mind even like whether I'm gonna push for like reunification or like where my mind with everything is. It's I just want things to be better, and right now it's fucking trash. And so
yep, I agree.
yeah. So
Well, define reunification of what
the counties maybe
north and south. Okay.
Yeah. But like even before all that, like my biggest interest is like there needs to be a like similar to the United States, right? You got the 3 branches of government, and without that, you know, it doesn't matter who you put in place. They're gonna be you know, it's gonna be fucking, you know, you put all your friends in your positions and you let them do whatever the fuck they want. Nothing makes sense anymore at that point. So
yeah, you are not fucking wrong.
So
I don't know.
So I don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. All right. Well, shit. I hope you don't go, Daisy. I think this is not an order, by the way. If you want to enjoy yourself, please by all means.
I mean, it's
oh God,
fun.
I feel like I'm peer pressuring her, like unintentionally, because she's not saying anything.
Especially if you haven't been before. It's a fucking.
I'm just eating a granola bar.
Okay,
right now.
all right.
I don't know. I'm just not that bothered, honestly. And it's like the trip's shorter than I initially intended.
Oh.
I was supposed to leave today, but I had to push back things to tomorrow, and then I'm only there for like less than 48 hours. So it's like a lot of money for an extremely short trip. So I don't feel very well right now on top of it.
Yeah. Jesus. Yep. So, oh shit. Hey, on the good side of things, Southside games are getting sorted out right now by Ava, and there's another event in 2 weeks. Also, hopefully we should have a civilian helicopter garage soon. So
that's good.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is Ava?
The doctor that was operating. She's in my cabinet. She's one of the doctors that was operating when the hospital was accidentally shot at. You've never met Ava before? She used to be a judge.
I don't think so. What's her last name?
Devereaux.
Oh yeah, I know who that is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's the TLDR is it's gonna be like I think 4 to 5 different Southside crews, right? There's gonna be 2 civilian crews, and then there's gonna be like TRT and LSPD, and it might be over the course of 2 days, but it's actually pretty fucking sick. What we got planned. It's gonna be like a triathlon, a destruction derby, and a multi-teamed capture the flag.
Oh fuck! I gotta pay everyone for that event. By the way,
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that.
Which one?
I'll email you about it.
the fucking PD drinking night.
Oh shit! Yes.
Okay, I gotta.
I'll show you an email.
Yeah, I gotta figure out who won that, and I gotta talk to the fucking teams because splitting that's gonna be a pain in the
I
ass.
think you should just send it to one person and they can
Yeah.
deal with it.
Yeah, well, I think it's gonna be 2 people because there was 2 separate teams. But yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Wasn't it McNulty and Bones?
Yeah, McNulty's team and Bones's team, which they're both at going to be at COVID Con. So
Have you? I mean, have these people even been around?
Yeah.
Bones has been.
Bones and McNulty. McNulty's like around every day.
Interesting.
I don't know how often. I feel like Bones isn't around that much, but
No.
I don't.
I mean, I think Bones comes around as much as he can.
Oh,
He's busy outside.
something that I want to bring to your attention. I'm not going to do anything about it, but the repair program is only for personal vehicles. It's all that.
Maxwell said that somebody told her that it wasn't for Tauruses, or is that just shared Tauruses?
It's only for people's personal vehicles. That's what's
okay.
legislated. So
Okay, easy.
yeah, and
Not a
so
problem.
I cannot. It's not even Ken Nino. It's like literally that's how we legislated it because it comes down to accountability, right? Like here's like the reality of the matter
people are
is
shit about repairing the shared vehicles.
Yeah.
I gave Maxwell a bunch of money yesterday to get all of the shared Tauruses repaired and their engines replaced. So yeah, that's
are you able to let it be known very clearly that people should not be using other people's cars to repair it? It is legislatively fraud. And
yeah,
while it may not seem like a big deal to them, this is not Max era, right? Like literally, I'm in an environment where if I do not write exactly where funds are, I've got marshals waiting, like literally masturbating in the background, hoping to fucking impeach my ass. So to an extent, if I don't do something about it, it's like I'm wasting money. You know what I'm saying? Does that kind of make sense? Like in the same way, I can't just give people money for music events, right? If PD doesn't get like a free pass. So now, luckily, there's only 2 cops that have done it. It was fucking. I don't remember. I got the sheet over here, but so. You guys good? Wait, did the city just rip? No, it didn't.
No. What? No.
I couldn't
You're
open
good.
my pockets for a second.
Yeah.
So, with that said, if there are notices that go out to said offices, it's nothing personal. It's just,
if you need payment for those, I will just pay for it through the thing, because I think people just weren't. We got mixed feedback from mechanics. One mechanic said we could, another mechanic said we couldn't. I will just pay it. It's not a big deal.
Easy.
I put out an announcement and I just said, please note the LSPD vehicle repair program that was set up by the mayor's office is for your personally owned PD vehicle.
For LSPD. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have them read the legislation as well, if you don't mind. Because it's very, 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 very clear and outlined in there.
Shared vehicles or vehicles owned by other people are not a part of this program.
Yeah. I will say, by the way, that Blaine County has been false flagging to get repairs. and they will be. I will be taking civil action against them. So that'll be rather
Good.
juicy.
Good.
Yep.
Okay. Just like nobody on duty from Blaine County. I think I checked it was Bean.
And Bruce is around.
Yep.
Bruce, okay.
All right. Well, shit.
We good. Okay, perfect.
Anything you guys need from me? I don't want to keep you all day, you know.
No,
it's been like I said, it's been a shitty week. Like city morale is pretty down right now. That's that's how I've had what I've had to deal with the last week.
I no, I don't. I'm just I just gotta finish. I gotta get my second cup of coffee and I'll be fucking good to go. I feel fucking great today though.
Oh, bro, I was fucking cooked Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah, I gotta. Yeah, oh my god, I picked up a new obsession on my days off.
Deadlock?
No, pinball.
What?
Yeah, pinball. I watched. Yep.
Maxwell brought up 2 names for senior for shift 1. Tackleberry and Charlotte Spade. I'm good with those names. I told her to speak to the other sergeants in shift 1, and if they all agree on it, to go ahead and promote them.
I don't know anything about Charlotte, if I'm being 100% honest with you.
She has been acting in that capacity, taking complaints, speaking to officers. She's a little bit of a goofball.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through it today.
Remy Ironside. Is that the dude with the fucking power button tattoo on his face?
It's yeah, I know. That's what I was saying, dude.
No
fucking motherfucker sitting on their fucking high horse and then committing fraud on the side.
The marshal where he's like, yeah, I have extensive knowledge of the law.
That's Barrett, and Ironside is DOC.
Oh, okay. Well, Barrett hasn't even been on duty. I haven't seen him on duty in like a fucking week.
Those who are the loudest? Oh yeah, fucking victim Andy shit.
Yeah, not a huge fan.
Yeah, I got to go through it today.
Yeah, you so they're still trying to have you talked to any of the marshals recently, Nino?
Yeah, I've been talking to Nova, and I don't know. I'm rather disgusted by that entire organization, to be honest.
I fuck with Nova and Lockhart. Everyone else kind of is.
Yeah. Nova at least will communicate. I actually went on a date with her on Tuesday.
Huh.
Yeah, it was interesting.
What happened?
Well, we just had drinks, like you know. And
well, I know, but you said it was interesting. Just having drinks doesn't sound.
Yeah, like what was it about? You know what?
Was the interesting part? I don't really want to know your.
Well, she's very she shelters everything. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to like crack that, that shell of hers. You know what I mean? There was a lot of. I told her she could ask me anything. I'm an open book, and she didn't really ask me anything. And I was like, "What do you think of me?" And then, you know, she's like, "Well, I don't know anything about you." I'm like, "Go ahead and ask." And then she didn't ask anything. But I got her assistant's VCOD. Day before.
Oh yeah, I was there for that. I was there for that. Remember?
Yeah. You were watching everything.
Yeah, I watched. I was voyeurism. That's what it's called, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, is there anything else or?
No, not really.
I need to go buy a fucking Taurus.
Whenever you're good, Oh yes. 5 million. Daisy, the offer is still open to get you like a separate. I would recommend putting a business. Okay, so for MOPEC, we created a business. So the only way to get new accounts is you create a business and then the judges approve it. We did it with MOPEC. I recommend if you make one for a LSPD. Remember we talked about this, so like people can like have like a 0% like
the loan thing?
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't even think it'd take 5 million. I think 2 million would be enough to cover every cop.
Okay.
I have a question. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Go ahead. Well, when you guys are done with
You're
this,
good. You're good.
what's going on with fucking interceptor search shit? Have they written SOPs yet?
Sky told me that they have written SOPs. They are still finalizing them.
Air One, we need sooner than later, because I need civilian air up and going. I got Nick Simone ready to go. I got fucking Snow ready to go. I got like we have like five really good ex-pilots ready to do civilian air. So
okay, so that needs to get done. The interceptor shit is fucking ridiculous. I don't know, like, how long ago did they decide to take this over, and they're operating at 0 SOPs? I told them I wanted leads from LSPD, which they don't want to. They have leads from, all the leads are
No, there are LSPD that are in the pursuit unit now.
they're in the pursuit unit.
Yeah, Peters, you got to let go of this lead thing. We already talked about it.
yeah.
I was okay with, like, as long as LSPD was involved, as long as
Yeah.
LSPD,
Yeah.
there were officers certed, I would be happy to consider it co-departmental, but I'm not going to pay for a certification that LSPD isn't involved in.
Yeah. That makes sense. So now that they're in there, it's like good to go type shit. Bailey's gone. Did I mention that to you, Peters?
No, I had no.
Yeah.
The judge?
Yeah, Bailey stepped down. I think the same day the tanks were out. Or the day before. So
Bailey stepped down.
Yeah.
I think Anita or Hayes could be the civilian flight person.
Hayes will never Hayes doesn't give a shit about civilians. Anita sounds good though.
Yeah, I think I'll talk to Anita, but Anita is like the only one that.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Opal too, but she hasn't been coming on duty as much lately.
Wait, really? Actually,
I think she's just busy with other stuff.
Opal, I've seen Opal. In fact, you know what happened with me? Oh my God, this is you're gonna. I was at the gas station, and the fucking Quango came through, right? And he's in his thing, and I go chat with him, and he was like, really sussed out. I don't know why, and I was just making like I said something like, are you harassing people down here? And he took it like really personally. I don't know why. It was meant to be a joke, and so I tried to smooth it over. And I'm like, hey, by the way, there's some moonshine stills up here, and I've been 311ing, but no one's been coming, so follow me. I brought them over to the oil fields where there was a bunch of moonshine fucking stills. I kid you not, they brought backup. And you should talk with Opal. She's been, look, for lack of a better word, she's getting bullied. So I had a good heart-to-heart with her. I would.
Wait, who's she getting bullied by?
Who do you think?
Oh God.
Yeah. So. Yeah, she's being treated like shit, in my opinion. She's fucking absolutely fantastic. I will tell you right now, what happened when I arrived? She had already taken care of him the day before. So I had found him like 2 days previous. No one was responding. Opal had already not only found these stills, but documented it and gotten rid of them. So to me, it's annoying as shit when there's a cop that not only treats people right, is doing police work, being, look, I'm not going to speak on her behalf, but from what I heard, that shit fucking triggered the fuck out of me. So, she doesn't deserve that shit.
No, she doesn't.
But-
we'll talk to Opal.
Yeah.
Thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah. Well, anyways.
Okay.
Okay, I think that's all we got. I'll talk to Anita. Yeah, I'm annoyed about the whole pursuit stuff. I don't know why there aren't SOPs, why they're operating without SOPs being formalized. I wanted to talk to Bones about it and tell him that they can't patrol until the SOPs are finalized, but I just haven't fucking seen him. We haven't been on duty at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like shit doesn't get done in the BCSO unless Declan's doing shit, but I could
But
be
it's
wrong.
like not even.
I mean,
it's not even just that. It's the fact that then BCSO uses the interceptors as command patrol vehicles.
who's using the
Declan. I've literally seen him in the Buffalo. We've been in the car with him.
He does highway patrol where he sits up on the highway.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. That's
okay,
not.
that's fine then. That's fine.
Yeah,
I didn't realize.
He goes
But are
up
there
north.
SOPs for that?
No, I don't think there's any SOPs. That's why I'm like, are the SOPs done? And I'm just kind of like,
I just don't understand. Like it is a very basic thing to make SOPs before your certification.
It's so funny from my POV because I have so much more info than Peter is and Daisy. Yeah.
Like this whole well, we know we know what we can and can't do. I don't fucking know
It's
what
so
you can
crazy.
and can't do.
You guys are, y'all are so nice. You guys are both really good people. I just want to say that. You know.
okay,
I don't want to. I know that. Does that sound condescending?
I didn't want to.
I'll explain. I genuinely think that Peters, you and Daisy are so just genuinely good people that you don't like. The writing's on the wall. These guys are being abusive fucks.
Well, that's why I wanted the whole lead thing to be split down the middle, so at least we could have a lead that writes their own SOPs. But I'm kind of.
No, I know. It's like it's so tragic from where I'm standing because like these fucking motherfuckers just doing whatever the fuck they want, and it's like.
Well, they're not going to be able to once this legislation is enforced.
The SOPs.
They literally cannot. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I included information about
I don't know how
to in there specifically because of the bullshit that Bones is pulling right now with the pursuit unit.
Yeah, it's
like what happens if they're like, I don't agree with that. I'm not going to follow that.
Then I go to the DOJ and I say they're being unconstitutional.
Right, but then the DOJ...
yeah, they're going to be... Yeah, then their chain of command's going to come in, a.k.a. Angel, and be like, no, they can do it. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's
and then you get a
thing.
bunch of fucking feeling bullshit.
Then why the fuck do we have this legislation in place?
Yep,
if they're
exactly.
Not gonna enforce it. At that point, I don't know what to say.
Well, welcome to where I am right now. That's the problem. There's shit that's written down, but it gets ignored. Because there's one person that changes the rules, only enforces it on the select, and then lets all her friends do whatever the fuck she wants.
Is there... Okay, so now, kind of going off that, is there something in the Constitution that gives us the right to contest legislation?
Yes.
Because I think I want to start contesting legislation. For one, the fucking Den Act.
Oh my God. Well, that's where all the drama started. Wait, you guys know about all this, right? Like, and my apologies, because like,
I
keep in mind, like
3 days, so
yeah, and I'm around like 12 hours a day, so like I sometimes think I've told you what's happened with things, and then it might not be the case. You know the whole thing with the Slider gate, right?
Yeah, you told me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Slider Gates is fucking funny.
Yeah. Well, Bailey's. So here's the latest on it. Bailey removed the Den Act, and then he stepped down the next morning. We were supposed to meet. I couldn't meet with him. It was about because we had a bunch of shit just sitting there. The next morning, stepped down, and then Angel reinstated it.
I thought it was just being removed, like, so that they could amend it.
That is what she claims. It's fucking bullshit because it doesn't pass common sense. If you, here is the history of it, right? Is there was the bullshit with you, Peters, where you got screamed at, right? And then she informed Blaine County, Ventura, and ended up snitching what Angel was doing to Miguel Elmarian and Raul. Miguel Elmarian then twatted out what Angel's plans were about how she was preventing y'all from having discretion. Then Angel twatted that she's coming up with the Den Act, which when you read the original is clearly just her trying to like clean up the mess that she created type shit. You know what I mean? Otherwise you'd have it prepared in advance. She then subsequently blamed me and Andy and said that the mayors are the ones in control of the fine and time. And then when I called her to figure out what the fuck was happening, right? She told me that you guys were being illegal the last 2 months. I swear on my fucking life. She said that, and the only reason she's not coming at the last 2 months of y'all having discretion is because it's too much work, more or less. She then said she acknowledged that I had fine statewide control. Andy had time statewide control. She then said that I could move the slider, and then if I did and got in trouble, it was on her. I then moved it, right, to de-escalate throughout the city, right? Ventura tweets out that cops' deaths are now one across, so now things got reframed as I'm doing it to like get cops killed. He then called Angel. He had acknowledged this up at the little what is it? The subhuman meeting that we had.
Oh, yeah, subhuman meeting.
When I challenged him, why did he call Angel? He stated that she is in his chain of command.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Reversing back. So he twats this, right? Angel then calls me and says, I need to talk to Andy. I say, why? And I'll do that. That is within my purview. Fuck off, right? She is not my fucking mom or my dad or my guardian or whatever the fuck. What conversations happen between me and Andy is me and Andy's business, right? So you're not going to give me a goddamn directive. Phone call ends. I then get notice that the marshals aka Angel retroactively altered the charges to raise them to be reflective of what it was at 125%. She then calls me back and tells me she suggests I change it, and then eventually orders me to change that slider, which then results in all the fines and times being actually 25% higher. It gets worse. Days later, I contact the marshal about all these matters, because remember, the marshals are supposed to be the ones investigating corruption. The next day, Angel drops a DOJ announcement claiming that they've been busy, and she's now updating everyone on all the dumb shit she did over the last 2 months. So you tell me what happened. The marshal probably went to Angel, and she panicked and fucking sent out an email. I then spoke to Bailey about this bullshit. He eventually removes it, now steps down, and Angel puts it back into play. So welcome to the world. Now you can say, Oh, because of this happened. That listen, I don't know what the fuck. This is just the history that I'm seeing. So, welcome to my world.
Okay, how do we just start? So what do we have to do to start contesting legislation? Because there's not only so obviously the Den Act isn't don't they have isn't there some legislation that basically states they could change shit on the fly? How do we contest that? I
Well,
think what we need to start,
that's why I'm doing things that I'm not going to say out loud. Not for any other. Just to be very clear, right? Because I don't want anyone to know what I'm doing.
okay.
You know what I mean?
All right. Yep.
So
50 grand to contest legislation.
I mean, 50 grand is nothing, but what are you gonna like? What do you mean you're gonna contest it, right? Like, what is like? Think about it.
Audit. I mean, so it's got to go to a public vote.
Well, the statement now is that the Den Act is temporary. Now it's unclear whether it's still temporary. That is in the announcement.
What do you mean it's after I got fucking chewed out over that whole thing, it's a temporary thing?
It's because it's bullshit. The only reason you got chewed out is because you did something that one person didn't like.
Who? Angel?
Yes, of course. Like, I mean, the fucking writing's on the wall. Why else would you fucking come up with this bullshit and then retroactively say it's temporary? And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, fucking writing's on the wall. Why did you get chewed out and there was a normal conversation up in Blaine County?
Yeah, no idea. Well, I mean, I know why.
Yeah. At a certain point, like, you know, shit's malicious.
Yep. Okay. All right. So what do I do then? I mean, do I still try to...
Is your goal to give authority to law enforcement to have discretion?
I mean, I think it's deeper than that. Yes, I guess that would be it, because...
The real solution to everything is the conversation. I'll tell you this, is Bailey and I spoke on the matter. The inherent issue is that there should be no authority that has full-on control over everything. But rather, these matters, like even contesting, whether it's like county legislation that's getting proposed, whether it's state legislation, etc., it should be a hearing in which parties that are putting it forward give their side, and any retractor has to give theirs, and then there should either be a referendum or a panel of judges that makes a decision. And all of that needs to be public and not some behind closed door bullshit. You know what I mean? That is effectively what I'm putting forward.
Yeah, I mean, that needs to come into play.
Because
you're right,
and the way that I've been underlining it is, imagine there was like email servers or like information being sold to Russia and nobody could know about it. You know what I mean? It's like I said to Nova.
Do we need to start Angel Russian propaganda?
Well, no, but you get my point with that, right?
That would be funny though if we did do that.
My point is that today you were there with the Nova conversation, remember? Like when she said, well, you come to us if you have examples of corruption, but you're not going to know what happens. So therefore, if you witness something take place and you bring it up and nobody knows the outcome, then it can literally be put under the rug and no one's going to know any better. And that only results in public mistrust and, you know, every slew of things, right?
Yeah, you're. I still think it would be funny to Photoshop a picture of Angel. Like, never mind. Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, all right. I don't want to be that guy. I'm a talker, but I feel like I think we chatted quite a bit.
Okay. All right. I need to go buy a Taurus. I
Look.
gave my Taurus to an officer.
Let's do it.
Moss.
I'm scared. Daisy, are you
Yeah.
good? Are you dooming?
Are you
Please
okay?
don't doom. Let me be the doomer, please. We need you.
No, I honestly just zoned out. I wasn't
Oh,
listening
thank
to anything
fucking
you guys were
God.
just saying.
Okay, thank fucking God.
I was not watching TikTok on my phone.
Uh-oh. Lucas
Oh,
Lavender
no.
is the undersheriff.
She's zooming.
You sure you don't want to start some? Oh my God. I'm getting a phone call from Lucas Lavender after saying, you sure you don't want to say anything about Angel deleted 20,000 emails? Hello?
No. I mean, it's up to you. I mean, I'm not playing those kind of games. Shit's way too fucked.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, what's going on?
Chow, why you guys, some of y'all like always want to look at things
Yeah, whenever you want to
OC.
talk. I could meet now, I could meet later.
Why? No one should be talking about admins and shit like that. You know what I mean? In RP, it's fucking, Nino sees it as fucking retarded, right?
Okay, sounds good.
Do you see that?
Right.
Do you see that fish on the beach?
Yep.
No.
It's
A
cruising.
fish on the beach?
Administrate this dick.
It was just a fish.
Oh, yeah. Okay, oh, man. All right. Well, Lucas Lavender wants to talk to me. He says he needs to talk to me about, he needs clarification on something. I feel like it's going to be a Vic Hanna thing, if I'm being 100% honest with you.
Vic's gone off the rails.
What do you mean Vic's gone off the rails? You can't have lieutenants going off the rails.
He's not lieutenant anymore.
What?
Yeah, he got demoted.
What do you do?
I don't remember at this point. This was like 2 days ago. I think just his general attitude, the way that he.
Oh
I'm trying to
no.
remember what the fuck he did.
Wait, he's just,
I know
oh my
he
God.
overstepped
Dude, they missed
in
so
shift
much.
3. He promoted somebody to full officer that was not ready to be full officer. The shit with Drader. The fucking public report that he put out to basically discipline him in front of everybody.
Oh my
I think that
God.
there were like multiple other complaints about him. What else? Since he's been demoted, I guess now he's like addicted to prescription painkillers. He is just being like extra combative toward, just kind of doing stuff that can be expected.
Okay.
Jesus.
Does he have a prescription for painkillers?
You guys don't know
Yeah,
any of this?
He does.
I don't
He
know. I
does.
haven't.
Oh
Oh.
my Lord. Well, you're going to enjoy the shift meeting coming up.
Why?
He's also become extremely bloated, and he can't fit into his uniform. So he's been wearing a t-shirt on duty. I think he also attacked somebody, if I remember correctly.
Well, he does
yesterday.
have the hand thing, you know.
You should talk to Maxwell. He's
Okay. All right. Well, I guess I gotta go. I gotta go buy my car. I'm gonna make another cup of coffee, and then I'm sure I'll hear everything.
all right.
So-
Well, shit. All right. Well,
Okay, I'll see. I guess I'll see you guys out there. I'm gonna go.
All right. Well,
get
best of luck.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks, Nino.
Yep. I would not, for your own good, Peters, I would not stir with the marshals or all that shit. For your own good.
Yep. No, I'm not going to.
Yeah. They're just they're gonna look for a reason.
Okay. They already do, but I think you're right.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go. Shit.
All right. Let me call Michael.